Addressing his political party faithful in February this year, Narendra Modi set a target of 370 Lok Sabha seats for the Bharatiya Janata Party, opinion polls of varying degrees of reliability and transparency have given the BJP anywhere between 330 and 390 seats, one of them has even predicted a final tally of 411. That Modi would want such an impressive victory for his third term is entirely understandable. Stop his personal standing apart, a massive victory with a two-thirds majority in the Lok Sabha and an equally commanding one in the Rajya Sabha, will allow the BJP to undertake fundamental changes to the constitution. Stop para. Prime Minister Modi has himself claimed that such a convincing majority will enable his government to undertake important economic reforms that will speed up India's growth and make it a developed economy by 2047. Stop. This majority for reform argument can be easily dismissed. Stop. Prime Ministers P.V. Narasimha Rao and Atal Bihari Vajpayee did not enjoy such parliamentary support and yet pushed through significant economic reforms and moved the economy forward, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh staked the future of his government to secure important strategic gains for the country's top. Modi failed to reform farm sector laws despite the clear majority he enjoyed in Lok Sabha. Stop. Reform requires wise leadership, not just numbers. Stop para. There is, however, a very different political reason why not many, including within his own party, would want Modi to secure such an impressive majority. Stop. After having found themselves politically shrunk, demanded and marginalized during Modi's second term, which important BJP leader, with an independent political base, would want 370 for Modi, question mark. Surely not the Rajnath Singhs and Nitin Gadkari's, nor perhaps even an Amit Shah. Stop. No BJP leader would have forgotten the treatment meted out to Sushma Swaraj, Prakash Javadekar, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Suresh Prabhu, and so on, all colleagues of Vajpayee who were eased out, one by one, by Modi, stop. That fate could befall many who are still in office today. Stop para. It is the iron law of politics that politicians want their leaders to depend on them rather than the other way round. Stop. No Congress leader liked the phase between 1972 and 1977 when every national and provincial leader was reduced to a bystander by the towering and demoralizing leadership of Indira Gandhi. Stop. Provincial Congress politicians saw their standing fall and support base dwindled when Rajiv Gandhi secured over 400 seats in parliament. Stop. Rajiv Gandhi and the acolytes in his darbar may have been able to lord over it with those 400 plus MPs, but the party suffered an ignominious defeat because, at the constituency level, ordinary voters saw their leaders become pleaders. Stop para. No senior member of the BJP wants that future for his party. Stop. After a decade of Modi, many young leaders are asking themselves how they can secure their future after Modi. Stop. The Rajnaths and the Shahs may retire, but what about the younger lot? Stop. If the Indira Rajiv currency got demonetized so quickly, how much time before the Modi coin gets demonetized? Question mark. By weakening party institutions and hierarchies and centralizing power, Modi is doing to the BJP what Indira and Rajiv did to the Congress. Stop para. What of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh? Question mark. The organization enthusiastically canvassed for Modi and he has implemented many politics policies of the RSS, however, the power equation between the RSS and Modi has tilted in the latter's favor and the 2019 elections. Stop. Would RSS leaders not want to restore their own standing and ensure that a BJP government needs them more than they need it? Question mark. Then there are BJP's allies and potential allies from Chandrababu Naidu to Naveen Patnaik. Stop. Which chief minister would want to deal with a PM who has such an overwhelming majority in parliament that makes him treat them the way a Rajiv treated Anja in Hyderabad? Question mark. None. Stop. Every CM, both non-BJP and BJP, would prefer a PM responsive to their needs, a PM with 270 seats in the Lok Sabha would be more respectful of them and more willing to them listen to them than a PM who has no use for them.